stuff with y'all.
And number 2, the Undefeated 4. This is extra Grail level type release right here. And I feel sorry for everybody who owns a pair of these and they were selling them for like 20 and 30,000. Guess what?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
I'm not paying 20,000 for them. I'm gonna pay retail.
The Grail has touched down, and I remain undefeated. Brand new day where sky's the minimum milestone. Mafia, welcome back to Things and Stuff. I'm your host, Ja. And as always, humbly encouraged for every pair of eyes watching and every pair of ears vibing to the movement. And today, we check off the number 2 spot on our top motherfucking priority list for 2025 with none other than the Air Jordan 4 Undefeated. Undefeated had us all nervous with that shipping time, but pairs are starting to touch down, so you know everybody and their mama about to put out a video on these. So off the rip, let me just acknowledge that you could have clicked on anybody's video, but you decided to click on mine, and I greatly appreciate that. And congratulations, you picked the best one. I'm just joking, but you know.
Low-key refers to someone quietly expressing or concealing their opinions or emotions.
Alright, so Undefeated. LA-based boutique founded in 2002, initially released what would become arguably the hypest Jordan of all time in 2005. Back then they were limited to only 72 pairs and immediately became a myth. Impossible to touch. Just not a pair that you're gonna see walking around in the wild every day. I mean, there's even a verified purchase on an auction for somebody who dropped 40 racks on a pair. And that's just certifiably insane. But for the 20th anniversary of the release, we get a retro, which allows us to bring home a piece of history for less than taking out a second mortgage. Now, me personally, the first time I ever heard of Undefeated was on an HBO show called Entourage. The episode where Turtle was trying to pick up an extremely limited pair that released at Undefeated. I love that episode in particular for portraying the hunt for sneakers. It was for sure fun to watch, and as a sneaker enthusiast, I thoroughly appreciated it.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
P.S. Those Fukijama 101s that Vince ended up getting Turtle at the end of the episode, fire. They even made the pair that was being released at Undefeated in that episode for the cast and crew, which is a personal grail of mine. As a matter of fact, that's the main reason why I picked up this patent leather pack that dropped at Undefeated a couple of years ago. But let me not stray too far, let's get back on topic. Silver retro Jordan box. Never seen the original box, but I have seen pictures of this special casing that maybe they came in when they dropped. You see the 05 and 25 there, man, don't touch. Code branding on the wrapping paper. A postcard with a picture of the original Undefeated location. And then we have the shoes. First impression out the box. Can we have the room, please? I can't believe that I'm holding this in my hand. Undefeated 4s, the first ever Jordan collab. The shoe that opened the door and changed the entire sneaker game. Nubuck olive or army green upper, told to be inspired by an MA1 bomber jacket to go along with the Undefeated aesthetic. Jet black Jordan wings and waffles, caging, and midsole. Really dig that cream on the back of the midsole. But it's the orange hits that do it for me. Found inside the air bubble and Jumpman flight tag. And let's stay there for a second because it's a patch. You know, another nod to that MA1 bomber, and it reveals that this is a part of the Jordan Rare Air collection. The tongue also has this satin finish that emulates the jackets. More orange hits on the back of the tongue. Instead of Jordan, we get Undefeated, which takes us to the back tab. And the most notable change from the OG to the retro is replacing that Jumpman with Nike Air. And for all of those purists online that are attempting to gatekeep and say that this takes away from the original, a shoe that you've never touched, mind you.
How the fuck is you gonna tell me about some shit you ain't never seen, bitch ass nigga? You can miss me with the whole ass shenanigans.
The designers of the shoe said that this is how they would have originally wanted it, but they couldn't do it because Nike Air was not allowed to be on Jordan products back then on some legal stuff. And by the way, I highly encourage that you go to Undefeated's Instagram page and check out that rare footage series that they did. It's 4 parts and it really explains the entire lore of the sneaker and its impact on culture. We get the co-branded insoles as well, an extra pair of orange laces, this magnificent hang tag, which I'm gonna go ahead and put a chain on it so that it doesn't fall off, because you know I'm rocking it. And peep the sleek look of the outsoles. And you know I can't wait to put these on the ground.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Alright, the big so what? You know, besides the obvious, of course. The boutique is called Undefeated because the founders, Eddie Cruz and James Bond, aimed to create a brand that reflected the mindset of never giving up and continuing the fight. Determination, striving for victory, and resilience. You see where I'm going with this. And yes, I wish life was all sunshines, rainbows, and puppy dogs.
You want it to be one way.
But it's not that.
But it's the other way.
And you're gonna take your licks along the way. But in order to appreciate a sunny day, sometimes you gotta slip and fall in the rain. My homeboy Justo said, in life it's either a blessing or a lesson. And learning from those moments when you're down is very important, yes. But they're only beneficial to you if you take advantage of the tutorial by getting back in the game. I love to draw motivation from sports because, you know, it's like the ultimate drama, like a test of will. That's a perfect metaphor. From the Red Sox being down 3-0 and coming back and winning the World Series, to the Cavs being down 3-1 and coming back and winning the series, to 28-3. As long as you don't give up, you still have a chance to win. And if winning is what we want to do, we have to continue to press forward, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. Back when Buster Douglas fought Mike Tyson, everybody just knew that he was gonna lose that fight. They gave him zero chance. I mean, he's fighting Mike Tyson. Talking about the baddest motherfucker to ever motherfucker in his prime. In that same fight, Tyson even knocked him down. I mean, really rocked his ass. Douglas almost didn't make the 10 count. At that point in time, we're all like, okay, of course the fight's over. Tyson smells blood, and we've seen him knock dozens of people out before. But we know how the story ended. Buster Douglas got back up, got back in the fight, continued to swing, knocked Tyson out, and won the championship belt. And to keep it all the way 1,000 with you, that message is for me as much as it may resonate with you. Because in this season of my life, while I'm feeling battered, bloodied, and bruised, I remind myself that I've been down on the canvas before. And the only reason I'm here now is because I didn't give up, armed with nothing else but God, and was able to prevail. So when things do eventually turn around for me, and I do have faith that they will, it'll be another testimony that not only are all things possible, but in order for those things to be possible, you have to continue to move forward. But if you want to take away anything from that, take these two things away: faith and perseverance. Because without that, you are fighting a losing battle. But with both of them, you'll be undefeated. But there you have it, the Jordan 4 Undefeated. And before we check out the on foot and fits part of the video, consider becoming a friend of mine by smashing that like button and dropping your thoughts down in the comments section below. All thoughts are welcome, whether it be about the shoes, the symbolism, whatever you want to talk about it, jot it down there, man. Let's go ahead and chop it up. And of course, you know the books, they're wide open for you to become a friend of ours by subscribing and hitting that bell notification so you know every single time that the Milestone Mafia is leaning on that algorithm. Next up, shattered backboards for sure. Also, I got a pair that a lot of people may not be aware of, but definitely needs to get it shine. We'll see what's up with the releases in September. I can't really think off the top of my head of something that I just gotta have, but I do know I want to do some more put me ons because y'all keep on telling me that y'all feeling those, so I'm gonna try to collab with some more folks and go ahead and get them out. So we'll see what's up. Stay with me. And also, don't forget to follow me on IG so you can keep up with all the fly shit. Other than that, I want you to stay blessed, highly favored. I'll stay with 10 fingers and 10 toes down. Let's go ahead and check out this on foot and fits part of the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
That's how winning is done.
4 words that'll change your life. I do it anyways. Tired? I do it anyways. No support? I do it anyways. Scared? I do it anyways. Afraid of failure? I do it anyways. Fear of rejection? I do it anyways.
When you understand what you're after, when you know what your outcomes are, when you know what you desire, you wake up every single morning and you go after it.
There are no chosen ones. God is giving every single person genius level talent. You just have to find what it is that you're great at and then tap into it.
Believing it is 99%, and I've learned to own being a great.
If I believe in myself and believe in the shit I'm saying, at some point I have to make a conscious decision to show it. And either you're going to choose to be excellent and you're going to do better, or you're going to sit your chump ass down and you're going to keep being the same shit over and over. Who you are is good enough to become who we're supposed to become. But you got to have that faith and belief in yourself.
The only way to
mitigate not being successful is to not quit. That's it. If you don't quit, you might make it. And if you quit, you definitely won't. And honestly, I think after all the years I've seen people make it and not make it, the only common denominator is that.